Dad, what's all this about twin flames and soulmates?
Well, that's a good question. And when you start reading up, when you sort of develop this infatuated, obsessive love for another person, it's very common for people to think, oh, this is my twin flame or a soulmate, somebody that I've had a deep connection with in a past life. I'm not a big fan of this theory. My own belief is that when you meet somebody where there's this very strong, intense connection of what we call limerence. And I'm not talking about, when we're young, I think this is a normal part of growing up. I'm talking about older people that get caught into this obsessive fantasy, this addiction to another person. And I once heard a term by a guy called Jeff Brown called wound mates. And actually, I think that's far more apt. I think that when we develop this intense connection to another human being or an intense feeling, it's more often than not our unconscious wounds from childhood, maybe even transgenerational trauma, that creates these bonds when we meet somebody who has not similar but has also deep wounding, and we form a deep, intense emotional connection through those wounds. And I once came across a quote from a book and a film, Eat, Pray, Love, and for me this really summarizes well what the soulmate myth is all about for me. And when I got my own limerence, this for sure helped to keep perspective on it. And I'll read it out. It is a little bit lengthy, but it's worth listening to. People think a soulmate is your person